Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Heggy Gonzalez.
Hi, everyone. Stop it. Stop it. I am so excited to be here. I think the only disappointing thing was I did request a fan, to be blowing on me while I was talking, and then they kind of said no to the really hot guys carrying me out. So I was a little disappointing, but I think I can handle it. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Heggy Gonzalez, the creative director for the Inspire Greatness Aveda Institutes. I'll just randomly pause so you guys can cheer me on. I love that. And I am so excited to be here today to present the Institute segment. And one thing that's so important in being an Institute educator, we have so many different goals and different milestones. So this year in January, I'm going to celebrate 3 different milestones in my life. First, January 16th, it's my birthday. I'm turning 26 plus 10, so I'm really excited for that. And on January 16th in 2000, I became licensed as a cosmetologist. So I will celebrate 16 years of being in the industry. And I started when I was 12. And then on January 16th, 2006 was my first day of work as an Aveda Institute educator. Yeah, so 10 years of being an educator. And all on my birthday, right? So I want to tell you a little bit about my first day of work as an Institute educator. I went there, of course you get a new outfit, because that's important. New outfit, new shoes. I'm never on time, so I wanted to make sure I left a little bit early, got on time. I was so excited because there wasn't a line at Starbucks, so I even had time to get some Starbucks because we all know we need that. I go to the Institute, this was Aveda Institute Denver, and I go to open the door, and it was locked. Yeah, it was locked. I was like, well, am I early? What's going on? No, I wasn't early. It turns out that January 16th, 2006 was actually Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and so the school was closed. So I was dressed up, ready to rock it out, ready to change the world. Instead, I was locked out in the cold on my birthday. Dale, thank you. Dale Mons, thank you very much. Where you at? Yeah, so that was my first day of work, and needless to say, he's made up for it 100 times fold, and he's the most amazing boss and owner. And I'm not just saying that because I want to have a job after this, right? And within all those firsts, from my first day of work to as an educator, we celebrate so many other firsts. The first time we avoid a color cut disaster. The first time we don't get to the color cut disaster and we have to coach on it. The first time we make a student cry. Oops. The first time they make us cry. But hopefully when we do that in private, yeah? We kind of wait. And really the first time that we see that light bulb go off, or the first time that they are so excited that they got something and they couldn't wait to share that success with us. So it's really from the first haircut to the last. Our goal at Aveda Institutes is to really inspire and really create that cutting edge curriculum. Get it? Cutting edge, yeah? Thanks for the one laugh out there. Thank you, okay? And really, it's about taking our curriculum to the next level. It's about creating something so special that really is going to take everyone to the next level. It's not just about getting you ready for state boards, okay? It's about getting you ready for a career in an industry that you love. And it's really about reaching for the stars, yeah? Yeah, woo! If you can't tell, that's my student section over there. So it's really about reaching for the stars, and that's truly what we believe they want to do. So, and not only with that, I know we have an international crowd out there. I get asked all the time, how do I go abroad? How do I do hair abroad? So they will travel, because I will tell you, Aveda Institute students are the best. Yeah? Yeah. Okay? So we encourage them to do so many things from Beacon to NAHA. Now, if you don't know what NAHA is the North American Hairdresser Awards. It's basically the Oscars of hair. And every year, Aveda definitely, we dominate. We dominate, yeah? And yeah, we do. We do. And being nominated for NAHA myself, now, that's not a shameless plug. This is a shameless plug. Follow me on Instagram, at Heggy Hair. Yeah. Like my pictures. But no, for real, follow me, yeah. So, this year we definitely did not disappoint. Are you ready for this? We received 4 of the 5 nominations for Student Hairstylist of the Year. 4 of the 5. Yeah. And it's just, and the win, yeah. That's it, clap, yeah? So I'm actually going to bring our 2015 NAHA nominees and the winner to stage with me right now. They're going to come on out. Yeah. So we've been working so hard for the past couple days wanting to create something really special for you. And as much as I like to be the center of attention, that can't happen all the time, so I thought I'd work with these guys. So I'm going to introduce them. So first, we have Dustin Villa. Dustin Villa actually won NAHA this year. And on a side note, the one in the middle, that's my bro. He's pretty hot, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, he's married though, sorry. All right, so Dustin Villa from Aveda Institute, Tucson. What was the most impactful thing you learned while going to school at Aveda?
I would say the most impactful thing that I learned from Aveda would be how to love and never work another day in my life. I am totally in love with Aveda.
I love that. Because truly, when you love what you do, it's not work. It's not work at all. And why Aveda?
Aveda drew me in for the mission. Again, it is a family, and I am proud to say I will always be a part of the Aveda family.
Love it. And one last question. What has being nominated and winning NAHA done for you?
Oh, it's opened so many doors for me. I definitely wouldn't be here, especially without you.
Oh, I did pay him to say that.
I definitely wouldn't be here today without all of Aveda's support and all the opportunity that they've given me. NAHA definitely was one of the best things to happen to me so far, and it's kicked off my career pretty well. So I'm excited to share more of my work with you and for you to see me progress.
Love it. And next we have Nicole Barerra. She's from Aveda Institute, Phoenix. Nicole, what would you say is your main love or something that you gained the most from going to school at Aveda?
For me, it had to been being able to create my very own collection, which led to being an AHA nominee. And I got to work with the greatest creativity mentors in the industry, Heggy, Gonzalez, and everyone else.
I did coach them to make sure they at least said Heggy once or twice. And why Aveda?
Because they're the best environmentally conscious company in the industry with the greatest fashion trending approach, and they lead in the industry just because of that.
Yeah, wouldn't you agree? Love it. All right. And next we have Maddie James right here from Aveda Institute, Provo. Maddie, what was your favorite thing that you learned from Aveda?
I would say when I very first applied to go to the Institute, I didn't really know why, I only thought that I could do hair behind a chair, and I was excited about it, but then Heggy kind of mentored me into getting involved in New York Fashion Week and getting involved in editorial styling, and I kind of found that there are so many additional things that you can do within the industry, and if you are willing to learn and work hard and stay inspired, it will take you places.
Love it. And yeah, that's a good round of applause, yeah? And why Aveda?
Even if you don't know why you applied to the Aveda Institute or why maybe you got put into an Aveda salon, the minute that you're part of Aveda, you're part of a family and you're part of something that stands for something.
Yeah, I love that. Aveda family. All right. And then next, last but not least, we have Madison Wade. Madison Wade is from Aveda Institute, Denver. Madison was also nominated for the People Choice Award along with her collection. So, Madison, why Aveda?
The smell. No, I'm just kidding. Aveda, for me, it was the high-end experience that our clients choose every day when they sit in our chairs. It's something that is going to lead my future somewhere successful, and I wanted to pick the best experience that I could and the best school because this is my career. And I knew Aveda would do that for me, and they've believed in me every step of the way.
Love that. And what would you say is the most impactful thing that you learned from going to school at Aveda?
The most impactful thing I learned from going to school at Aveda was how to apply yourself. You really don't know where you're going to be unless you apply yourself. I remember trying out for NAHA, and I didn't think that it was even an opportunity for me. And my mom said, just try. You're not going to lose anything by just applying. So you might as well try.
Yeah, love it. So, our NAHA experience, so I was lucky enough, we got to work with all four of these students. They're actually all four from the Inspire Greatness Aveda Institutes, so it's pretty amazing. So I got to work with them on all their shoots, and it's not something easy. And anyone who's done a NAHA shoot, I mean, we were shooting till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we just shoot till it was done. And I will never forget that day of watching the NAHA nominations and seeing one after another, and we did it in front of the entire school, and all I kept on saying was, holy shit! Several times in front of all my students, but that's okay. I did apologize, but I still kept on saying, holy shit. So within that, those of you that were there, they remember. Within that, though, none of this would be possible without coaches, without educators, because our network is vast. We have 65 schools. We have hundreds of students, hundreds of coaches, owners, directors. Everyone is there to bring everything together, so it wouldn't be without our coaches. So I'm going to bring our coaches out to the stage that have been working with us all weekend. So coaches are representing. Dustin, who's your coach?
This is the beautiful Chelsea Long from the Cinta Aveda Institute in San Francisco.
Wonderful. Nicole?
I have the talented Mike Mercado. He's from the Aveda Institute in Tampa Bay.
Okay. Maddie?
This is Cheryl Unangst from Chapel Hill in North Carolina.
This is Stacy Savage from the O'Brien's Institute in Vermont.
And I think before we start getting into a little hair, because I know you're probably tired of hearing me talk, I just wanted to say that, you know, my favorite belief statement is belief statement number 7. We believe that learning never ends. And I think it can't go without saying that we wouldn't all be here today without Horst. Horst always believes that it's your opportunity to always be a student. There's always so much that we can give, but if we think that we've stopped learning, then we stopped growing. And we wouldn't be here if he didn't have that vision to create schools, because he wanted to give us an opportunity to really take our career to the next level. And that wouldn't have been made possible without him and without his influence. And I definitely am so grateful because of that vision. I now have a career that I love for a company that does so much more than just make people pretty. Yeah? Wouldn't you agree? And lastly, I want to leave you with a quote. This is from another first, my first education retreat, or education summit, which was the title of it was Those Who Can Teach. And it's, I can inspire, I can lead, I can make you think, I can make you juggle. I can awaken talent. I can show you how. I can listen. I can put out fires. I can solve problems, and I can connect people. And that's truly what we do at Aveda Institutes. So I am so pleased to present Interfusion. Thank you so much.
I'm ready. Don't fall.
Got some fun stuff going on, yeah? So I just realized that I talked a lot longer than I thought I did. I guess I'm very long-winded. So I'm going to show you a little hair. Isn't this color great? Yeah. So we really wanted to focus on the reason why we called it Interfusion, because it's all about connecting their collections and really creating one master collection. And one thing that I think is really fun is when we, as hairstylists, make things a little bit easier, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of put some hair up and show you a different way of how to apply updos and how to bring things together. So we started out with curling her hair using a texturizing wand. I think really it's all about, I still will always love the crimper. I will never not love the crimper. But this time I wanted to do a little bit more texture. So what we're just going to do is we're going to start with taking her hair, and I'm just going to be twisting it. And the technique that we utilized for this lovely model is a new watercolor technique, and it will be in your Congress lookbook. So first I'm going to start with kind of developing and looking at the shape that I want to create. I want to be able to see some of this texture, and I'm going to do something that we all kind of do a lot, right? Is I'm just going to take a pen. Yeah. I think that's, then I'll be done, yeah? And it looks good. Pen? Yeah? No? Okay. All right. That's kind of holding it up. Done. Yeah, thank you. I'll be here all week. No. Innovation. That's what I'm all about. So actually we're going to do a little bit of thread. One thing that when we're doing updos, sometimes I think we tend to utilize a little bit too much of bobby pins and everything. Now, I will have to do a public service announcement, and you can really, cut yourself or poke the model or poke yourself. But I'm going to bring out my assistant, Dana, who's going to come help me. So once I kind of get an idea of the shape that I like, we're just going to leave that pin in there for a second. I don't know where Dana went, but we're just going to rock with it. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take oh, there she is, okay. So I'm going to just take that and we're just going to sew it through. And we're using that pin to just kind of hold things that I'm just crisscrossing. Is it up there? Yeah, so you can see? Okay. Just going to crisscross, and we're going to do it quick, because again, I talked way too long. So we're going to crisscross that over, take the next one, crisscross it over. And like you can use yarn, you can use thread. If you don't want the thread to show, you can just use a really fine sewing thread, and that's great for even brides who have a little bit of texture that you just want to just add a little something to their hair. And the reason why I'm using black is because I want to, so, yeah? All right, so I'm just crisscrossing that in. I'm not too worried right now about this texture because I'm going to adjust that. I think I totally just poked her. At least her hair is pink, so if she starts to bleed, you won't be able to tell. So when I was thinking about what technique I wanted to really show on stage, I was thinking about things that not only that I do with like editorial work, but I think along with being an educator and working with the students, it's really all about innovation, right? It's all about, we learn so much from these students. We'll just go ahead and take that pin out. It's really about what can we do, how can we take our artistry to the next level, and how can we make it fun? And if we're not having fun, then what's the point? Just like Dustin said, when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think that's so true. So I'm just going in and just continuing to really just weave. There's not really a rhyme or reason to the design pattern. I went through with some of the other models that we use this technique on and did a little bit more pattern work, made it look a little prettier. If I wanted like little crisscross patterns. So working with the needle, I'm working with a long one so I can really go in there and get the length that I want. And it's really important that you also dig deep into like the meat of the hair, because if you're not doing that, what happens is it's going to pull away from the head. And also utilizing the texture just makes it fun. So with everything that we kind of worked on this weekend, Dustin, why don't you tell me a little bit what you're doing?
I just went through and channel cut towards the direction that her hair is growing. So I parted this side. I also chipped into it a lot. I wanted some nice, sexy texture, especially this beautiful burst of color. I wanted that movement to definitely be seen.
And how did you take the inspiration from that, from your Naha collection?
My Naha collection was a men's collection. I wanted to bring diversity to men's cuts, but then I thought, what about the women? So I created the same type of cut on this beautiful, gorgeous model, Jessica, and she rocks the hell out of it, so.
Yeah. Cool. Maddie, James, what's going on back there? Yeah, you, Maddie.
Oh, I was like, what did you say?
Said, what's going on? What you doing?
Well, I really love that my beautiful Zoe's hair is kind of like playful, and I like it to move around a lot. And so I was just going in and doing a little bit of slide cutting so that when she walks and shakes her head, it moves and is playful, so.
Wonderful. And what was the formula that you used on the ends?
It was 5 grams of pure yellow and 20 grams of liquid CTA.
Love it, love it. All right. Nicole, where are you at? What you doing?
We're parting her right now so that way we can get ready for your fabulous stingray invention. And that way we can get her to an angle texture while still having the sleek involved.
Cool. And what about Madison, Wade? What you doing over there?
I am just cleaning up the cut that I did. It has lots of straight angles and sharp edges that you really need to be precise about. So I'm just going in and cleaning up those little hairs and point cutting the spots that need less weight in those areas.
Cool, love it. One thing that I think is really important as we're kind of finishing up the styles and doing what we need to do, I think we can all agree it's so important that we leave our models with a finishing touch, right? So I'm going to bring out our makeup artist, Brad Van Dyke and Ann Scubas, and they're going to be doing some finishing touches while we are going through and really finishing this out. So I'm just going to continue to go through and weave this back area, just really waiting until I kind of get that pattern of a slight hot mess, but not quite, in this black thread. Okay. So as we're going in, just continuing to weave, and then when you get to this point when you feel like you're done, you can just do a few things. You can just tie off the yarn, use a bobby pin to kind of stick the end of the yarn in there. You can use yarn, you can use thread. So I'm just going to tie it in a knot. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And then I'm going to work with just a few bobby pins and hairpins at the top. So we have the style, and I kind of want this, so if we can kind of see that back area. I'm going to pull it out. I really want that texture to show. We used a little bit of the new, it's not reading as much on camera, but we used a little bit of the new deep green. Have you heard about that yet? Full spectrum deep light green pure tone was amazing. So we did that on the ends, and you'll see some other minty colors. So 1 gram of the light green with 40 grams of 0N, and then 40 grams of liquid CTA. And then again, working off with my Control Force, favorite product in the world. Control Force just, it can really do anything. Can build any shape. It could probably, like, if you have enough in there, it could stop a bullet, I'm guessing. It really could, probably. Just bringing that up. Spraying it. And then you see Nicole working with the stingray over there, kind of creating that nice, strong shape. How's this looking? Good? Yeah? She's got to be walking, like bobble your head a little bit. Oh yeah, it needs a little bit more. When in doubt, you just like spray a ton. Yeah. A little bit more, nice and big. And then I think the last thing that I'm going to do is just go in and maybe see if we need to add like 1 or 2 pins just to get that top a little bit more secure. She's got to walk a little bit. And if not, we'll just, there we go. Never have too much. All right, so looking good. So we're going to finish up our models and then show you a little bit of what we've been doing the past couple days. So we ready, team? We finished up? Yeah? All right. Yeah? Uh-huh. All right, let's stand up. Okay, what do you guys think? Good? All right, wait for something special.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Heggy Gonzalez and the Aveda Institute team.